good start. A couple of home runs in the first inning never hurts. Played well defensively, pitched the heck out of it, and it was a fun ball game. Did a lot of things well. They really competed. We punched out 8 times. It's that's more reasonable. And I just like the way they went about their business. Everybody in the dugout kind of tried to simplify it. I told them, I said, man, I've been fortunate. I've been around some really good offenses here. You guys are getting too over analytical. This is what he's right-handed. They have a fastball, they have a breaking ball, and they have a changeup. That's all you're going to get from now on, because you're starting to, paralysis by analysis, and well, he did this. So what? Let's get simplified. Let's compete and let's go. And they took it to heart. Question?
The very first inning, Reese works that walk. It's a nice start, and then Alex goes oppo for a home run. Logan goes oppo for a base hit. Is that the kind of approach, obviously, you're talking about?
Yeah, Logan had 2 strikes. Alex got one out of the plate early, and that's the thing. Alex has got power everywhere. There's too often he takes that pitch, and you got to go. It's a fastball, simple fastball away, pop it. And then Logan battled. Had a couple things go our way. Fine, some things. They hit some out of balls. They hit balls really hard right at people. And just all in all, the positive, upbeat, enthusiastic. Because it's been a rough patch. And, we're going to keep plugging.
When Carson can't go for you guys to start, and Jonah can just go out there and give you guys 3 innings, 3 scoreless innings, just how valuable is that versatility?
It's immeasurable. Because we went from feeling like we're really deep to like, whoa, we're really thin. Carson coming out, and Jonah's got to start. Bowmeister was out. So it was a situation where things played out, and they pitched their tails off to enable us to do that. Everything fell into place.
With the way that baseball goes and this team's mentality right now, just things not going your way for a couple weeks, how big was it for it to happen in the first inning? It feels like it has been a couple weeks since you guys have jumped on somebody very quick off the bat.
You always are hoping for that, obviously. And when things don't do that, you can't go back into that mindset of, oh, here we go again. We can't buy a hit. There's nothing but defenders out there. The woe is me. I thought we did get to that a little bit. The dugout can kind of tell you, and we just gotta keep going. And I was just ecstatic with the performance of our pitchers and enthusiasm and positive energy.
I think you've mentioned multiple times that you felt like the one thing holding back the pitching staff was the walks. And for them to pound the zone tonight and kind of put out the production that they did, how much of an example is that for them to show them you can put anyone away if you just pound the strikes?
Absolutely. What Seawood did and what Wyatt did is just, that's textbook pitching. Both sides of the plate, Seawood's not going wide, but he's going to sink the heck out of that thing. It's hard to get it in the air. 3 for strikes with him, same with Wyatt. And Davis came in and did his thing. Jonah did it from the get-go, so it was beautifully pitched.
I'm sure a win like that after a stretch like this is always going to be a morale booster. Do you think it's more of one because of the opponent?
Rivalries are rivalries. And, you're always going to be a little bit more. But, here comes Louisville. It's just as important. Every game is the same. And when you look around college baseball, the parity, Levin used to talk about it. He don't know what parity is. You got Ole Miss at 4-8. They're got a losing record in the SEC. We got a losing record in the ACC. Clemson's 2-9. There's a lot of Mississippi State's down. It's just a situation where the ebbs and flows of the season. The highs can't be too high, and the lows can't be too low. We're right back at it. We'll come out to work tomorrow, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday against a Louisville team that is loaded.
You mentioned enthusiasm a couple of times. Is that something y'all talked about as a team? Something you felt had been missing through the loss, the rough stretch here?
I think it just took its toll because that little rut that we were in was pretty long. And things weren't going our way. And we get to Georgia Tech, and it's kind of the same sort of thing kind of going. And we keep going. We win on Saturday, and then stink on Sunday. But I sensed it Sunday. They were still, engaged and still, with it. And so I felt like we would come out, and have that positive, energy and emotion and positive thoughts. Because the mind, you guys know how the mind is, make you or break you.
Jordan seemed like he was playing with his hair on fire tonight at times. Just how infectious is that energy for him? Just not only tonight, but every day you guys come to the ball.
Yeah, I told him, I said, the great ones know exactly what they did prior to the game, that day of, the day before, and they don't deviate from that. I said, you played with twice as much energy and balance in your step and focus. I don't think he made a bad decision. I think one was slightly up, but it wasn't horrible. And he was just absolutely locked in, played his butt off.
You talked about Louisville. I don't know how much looking ahead to them you've done, but I know, they've bounced back after a kind of an unlikely, uncharacteristic start to the season for them.
Yeah, they, NC State did it last year. People forget that NC State was like 2-8 or 2 and something horrible. They basically, played for the national championship. Louisville, same thing. They, for whatever reason, they weren't playing well. Notre Dame wasn't playing well early. We've had our lull. I hope that's it. I hope we're going to get the Knowles. We're always going to get everybody's best shot, but that version right there was pretty dang good.
Just how excited are you to get Parker back on the mound after last week and to see him kind of bounce back from that last Saturday?
He tried to talk me into letting him pitch tonight. I said, no, Parker, why are you doing that? Then found out, J-Bomb couldn't go. I was like, wait a minute. But I'm kidding. We wouldn't do that. But yeah, I can't wait to see him. He's going to be locked in more so than probably he's ever been. So I've never seen him, get hit like that.
What did you just think of the atmosphere and the energy in the crowd, man? That had to be really uplifting for, like you said, a team that had been struggling a little bit to have that kind of home atmosphere. It's almost like Florida came at a perfect time in that regard.
Yeah, a couple guys got to me at third. Guys that really seemed a packed environment and really into the ball game. I told you back when I recruited you, this place was fun. They're like, man, this is unbelievable. And hats off to all of them that came out. And like I said, stick with us. Don't give up on us. We're going to keep pushing.
You've kind of alluded to it a little bit throughout this press conference, but how can one weekend coming up this weekend kind of just change the entire mood of a season?
Sure. Last year we won at Vontae, beat Florida, then swept Miami. That kind of jolted us. But then we had some weird stuff happen towards the end. But that's what everybody's striving to do. And when you do it, it matters because you want that late in the season, that good feeling about yourself, and a lot of confidence.